Hey, what's happening, gamers? It's Luke from GameZone, and I present to you another edition of GameZone's The Initiative. This time we're taking an in-depth look at the biggest release of the Wii this April, and that is Monster Hunter Tri by Capcom for the Wii. The Monster Hunter series has made a huge impact amongst the Japanese gamers, with some recognition in the Western world. Can this third installment be enough to bring Monster Hunter mainstream? Let's find out. The first thing you need to do is create your own character. You can either make a male or female character and design them pretty much however you want. After making your character, a spectacular full motion video plays. Once it ends, players are introduced to the villagers in the fishing town. Now, so you guys aren't confused, this is the main hub world for the solo version of this game. The townspeople act as the different tutorials for this game, and I would say that it takes about an hour to complete them, and they have a series of tasks that help you adjust to the game's learning curve. Once you've finished all your tasks, the quest mode becomes unlocked. Some of the quests consist of finding specific monsters to slay, getting raw materials, and building up your camp, or your hideout as some people call it. Aside from the single-player campaign, the game has an arena mode and even an excellent online mode too. The online version of this game has you join a team of 3 other heroes. Within each city, it offers you a variety of things to do, such as buying and upgrading weapons, stocking up on items for support in battle, and much more. The controls for this game are actually pretty good, and you can play the game either with the Wiimote or the classic controller. Since this game has more of a hack and slash vibe to the battles, it's obvious that you want to use the classic controller more. Although the Wiimote actually works very well, and it's actually easier to aim with the pointer to get monster data. Most of your attacks can either be melee weapons or long-range firearms. Players also have the ability to use up to 10 different weapons, so that's pretty cool. You can attack the monsters with standard hits, but there are some instances where you can use a piece of protective gear, like say a shield, to attack enemies, and it's also used to defend yourself, so it works out pretty well. You can even use items like this stone here to sharpen your weapons, because using a weapon too much will actually have it wither and decrease in power to the point where it's going to become dull. So it's always a good idea to sharpen that thing back up. Other items include herbs to restore health, cooking food to restore stamina, and sub-weapons like bombs if you're in a very tough situation. Please keep in mind that your stamina bar will decrease over time, and it's a good idea to keep an eye on both your health meter, which is green, and your stamina meter, which is yellow. Honestly, there's only one major thing that I didn't like about the gameplay, and that's that I couldn't lock onto an enemy during the fight. Ocarina of Time revolutionized Z-targeting combat, and it's been used a lot in gaming. Why it wasn't in Tri, I'm scratching my head over. Personally, the combat is very good in this game, but because I can't lock onto an enemy, I'm not always going to be able to fight effectively, and occasionally I'll miss the monster altogether. Having one of the buttons being able to lock on an enemy would have been a great help. Other than that, the gameplay is just fine as it is. Again, that was just my issue I had with it, and I just thought I'd share it. Monster Hunter Tri has impressive visuals. I was just amazed to see how beautiful the game looks, both during the day and at nighttime. The landscapes are very rich, and the water in the ocean and creeks is very pretty to look at. Besides the environments having so much attention to detail in their designs, probably the biggest detail has to be the monsters themselves, especially the bigger ones you fight. Even looking at everything in the FMV scenes, I'm just like, wow. I mean, I can hardly believe that this game is actually a Wii game, and it's one of the only games to reach the full potential of the Wii's capabilities graphic-wise without having it being cel-shaded. If you don't believe me, the president of Nintendo, Iwata, even said that the game's graphics are the best for the system that he's seen, and that the Zelda team is going to need to step it up a notch if they have any chance of achieving the same detail that Capcom did. The other thing that I didn't really like about the overall presentation for the game is the many loading times. It's not like the world is just open-ended and you can go from here to there. It has loading times in between going from one location to the next. And it's not really a pain, but it's just a little annoying. The music in this game is excellent, both in the full motion videos and also in the regular composition of the game. Orchestrated music in most next-gen games is something that I adore with a passion, and it's sad that it's very rare, considering how advanced we are in gaming. So why is it rare? Well, developers opt out of using real music and add MIDI because they're lazy. Since we're in the era of HD visuals, the music needs to be awesome too. We need to leave MIDI music in the past where it belongs. I'm thankful that Capcom did the right thing with the music and it added to the experience and then some. The sound effects, on the other hand, are okay. Well, actually, they're decent. I mean, you have nature sound effects and monster growls and sword noises and, well, you get the idea. Frankly, there's hardly any voice acting in this game, and most of the people talk in a style of dialogue from Banjo-Kazooie and Okami, so gibberish or pig Latin. Just be thankful it's not Animal Crossing speech. The biggest thing that most Western gamers cherish is online play, and Tri delivers in that department too. Similar to World of Warcraft and other online-based games, you can communicate using gestures, or for those of you that actually have We Speak, you can use that too to chat with your buds.
You got all new mushrooms? Oh, you just don't have it, you just can't clear any more items?
For those of you who don't like playing online, Arena Mode and quests will keep you playing for some time. However, if you want the most from this title, then you're gonna need to venture online at some point. Wi-Fi works pretty well, but it wouldn't hurt to invest on a Wii LAN. It'll make all the difference, trust me. All in all, this game is pretty beefy, and I'm surprised with all the stuff Capcom has thrown into this game. The bottom line is, gamers, this game is really fun, and definitely worth the purchase. If you like action-adventure games, RPGs, online multiplayers, or just Wii games in general, then this is one title I would recommend adding to your collection. Pronto. Anyway, gamers, that wraps up another edition of Game Zone's The Initiative. Be on the lookout for more first impression videos from yours truly in the near future. As with my Final Fantasy XIII series for Game Zone, I will be providing in-depth guide videos and possibly a detailed review for Monster Hunter Tri as well. Well, my catchphrase as always is God bless and happy gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and until we meet again, gamers.